Okay, so last or second last episode, I'm pretty confident here. You know what? Probably more like second last now that I think about the fact we have to get stars again. But that will probably be made to go pretty quickly. We'll see what Mappa has to say about the whole business as well, of course. We'll do the usual motions, picking up the gift and so on. I mean, I arguably was an accomplice at some points, but anyhow. It's always kind of weird to me that the minigames you do with people after you complete their whole story and whatnot aren't even very efficient ways of getting stars in terms of time spent. If they were, then there'd be kind of this paradox where towards the end of the game, you won't even have many ways of getting stars left available because everyone's gone. But, well, you know what? Is the green still okay here on this island? That's interesting. I guess it's another island, strictly speaking. And it's definitely not totally dead like everything else is. Besides having one little refuge. What is that that's sticking out there? Like, I see it's clearly like a miming statue kind of thing, but how'd that get there? Where'd it come from? What's it made of? Is it rock? It's a very peculiar place, this island. But thankfully, since the most efficient way to pick up stars anyways is just to run around finding them, it's not too big of a deal. But it also makes you kind of wonder what the point is of getting stars from doing the minigames with different characters. I guess there's the fact that you might as well get something from playing around with them. That feels like too little for it to really be worthwhile. I don't know. And for me, the most of what's worthwhile about it is just the fact that you get to keep doing stuff with the characters, even if it's not a lot. I did not need to go to the juice machine, no. It's probably not translated, but yeah. Guy that dreamed of being a real villain and so on. And something about... wait, something about software on the Game Boy. Wait. Oh. In any case, what in the world was that Game Boy game he was playing every day? Absolutely no idea. This guy has absolutely no connection to any Game Boy games whatsoever. Like that's all caps. Look at all these letters. It's still interesting to me that this is actually in order on the list. I always feel like it loses a little bit of the effect when you look at these letters immediately after you send the person off, but at this point in the game, like, it's just kind of what you have to do. There's not enough game left otherwise to wait. I like to imagine he actually says VIP instead of VIP. Is it trivial for a person such as myself just to, like, go to hell? I am a hero, you know. Anyways. Oppo, move. I want to talk to you. Uh-huh. Alright. I think at this point all there is to do is just pick up some more... Oh, what are you doing there? Just pick up some more stars and we'll continue on. Again, apologies for not seeing the last picture show. I guess at this point I might as well just kind of comment on it. Even though I don't recall how it ends precisely and so on, but like, we kind of have seen the important part at this point, which is that clearly the picture show is written by Ikari based on Nick showing up. So there's this interesting element of how it's a little, I don't know if you might say allegorical, metaphorical, for how she views Nick, is at least my interpretation of it. With what I imagine to be, well, I was never quite sure though if the star protagonist was supposed to be a stand-in for herself. But I feel like something like that would make sense. But it's not like she's exactly a wish granter herself or anything, so I don't know. Not like I've seen anybody else's theories on the whole matter since... What are you doing, dude? Is no one here anymore? Everyone's lonely. Not many things to break around here. But anyways, not like I've seen lots of theories from other people, since this isn't a particularly widely known game in the West. I guess I haven't exactly put in the effort to see what others think of this game in Japanese. Anyhow. I do definitely think this game is a little weak towards the end, where there's literally just nothing left to do but grind stuff. Again, it's that paradox of it being a game about doing stuff with people, but then as you progress in the game, you have to actually deliberately remove people from the island. So you can't do that anymore. Yeah, lots of treasure chests that just get refilled over and over in the game, so... Although if you pick them up this way, it's a lot slower because it goes through the whole animation. I think I'll just keep going, picking up stars this episode. Until the next shooting star night comes. Falling star, however you want to call it. Eat it. And then we'll complete that. And then I think we'll finish up the game episode after that. I think the timing will work out well that way. At this point, this feels like a good way to make one last round around the island, too. See if we can spend a little bit more time in parts of the island we just didn't do much around. Because there are some places around here that you just don't have much reason to go back to because there are no people around there or anything. Particularly the ruins. This is one of those games that has lots of little things that I like. It's one of those games like Co-Vacation. I think I made the comparison already. Not just in the sense that it's something you kind of relax and just do stuff for a while, but also in the sense that there's just a distinct pleasantness to it. It's not an unusually good game, and that's what makes it hard to like recommend it or say like, yes, of all the games I played, this was one of the greatest ones or whatever, or even most memorable or what have you. Because like this and say Go Vacation aren't one of those things. Or even some other games have hints of this to me, like Magic Pendulum. I love the town in that game. It's my favorite part of the game. Even though it has the predecessor to the awesome engine that... No, how do you call it? Graffiti Kingdom had. For drawing stuff that you could play as. What really stood out to me in that game was more just, I just loved moving around in that town and talking and interacting with people and everything. You watch my playthrough of that and I'm just gushing over that the whole time. As far as I can remember, at least. But, I don't know, I find lots of games have a little hint of something special to me, even though the game as a whole isn't great. I think that, there's a tendency for games to get... This might be a weird thing to say, but I think there's a tendency for games to be judged almost too holistically, even. Where people won't often say, oh yeah, this one game did this one particular thing really, really well. They'll talk about games that were really good all around and so on. Which of course has its value. And for me, Mad Rat Dead was a game that just like hit on every single aspect of it was something that I loved. Every part about it. It's not that it did one thing great that in a way that I loved. It's that I at least liked, if not loved, every aspect of that game. It's just it happened to combine all the right things in the right way. Hey, dude. But not all games that I find memorable or enjoyable are like that. Some are more like this, where there's a little something to it. Well, this one, I find most of the game quite pleasant in this game. It's a quirky one, and it's made even more quirky by the peculiar translation. But, and there is the aspect of, all those lines in the sky. There's the aspect of, I don't know, you might even say exoticness or something like that of this being a game that, was only ever released in Japan for very obvious reasons. But, even got two to spare. But there are other games with just, well, I guess Go Vacation is also, and other games in the same series as Go Vacation, is one of those cases where, kind of like this one, it's most of the game I actually like a whole lot. Even though I don't think it's a usually good one. I don't know. I make a very strong distinction between myself enjoying something and myself thinking that something is good. And this game is firmly in the I really enjoy this category, but not I think this is unusually good category. Alright, this is going to be quite the trek. I wish I could just sit, but I don't think I can right now. Nope. Wait, Nick, now's not the... Oh, now's not the time for relaxing. I thought he would use the usual, now's not the time for that kind of line, but no, it's more like, you don't have time to relax right now. Interesting. I don't know, I've just been looking for that sort of thing more lately for some reason. I feel like I've been more attracted to it lately. Things that aren't good all around in every way, or things that don't please me in every way. Maybe just because that's hard to find for me. Instead, things that have a little bit of something that I think is worth recognizing. It's easy to pass over. And lots of my favorite games are kind of like that in some way too. Like Blinks 2, I don't think it's even a particularly good game. I think Blinks 2 is quite mediocre. But it's a special game to me, not just because of personal history with it, but there are bits to it that I think are really intriguing, at least for me personally. How it expands on the world of Blinks 1 and adds more characters and so on. That's what I found really interesting. It expands on the world. And I found it an incredibly interesting world. And I enjoy some of the writing and whatnot. No, it's not up here, it's on the hill. So I think today will be the day we send off Lip. You know what? I may actually go for Mappo instead. You good? Anyhow. I know. I've joked that the average rating of games on this channel is very low. Probably in no small part because of all the licensed stuff I play. But that's also why I play the licensed stuff, because I like to just... Lots of those things are just passed up kind of on principle, but... Good job, Mappo! So, interrupting myself for a second here. People tend to keep Mappo because he's the one who... I don't know if the board updates or not if Mappo's not here, but you can also talk to him after every person leaves and just get some commentary from him. But, the thing is, that means you never send Mappo away. Until, like, the very, very end, which unfortunately I kind of ended up doing anyways. But I feel like I should, at some point regardless, bite the bullet and take Mappo with me. So I feel like otherwise, Mappo tends not to have the fortune of getting sent off. Sooner rather than later. Just to see it be done. What? Sure, whatever, Mappo. Good job, Mappo. Not true. You have not proven yourself very trustworthy. Okay, let's... Since we're right here, let's see if we can head on up north this way first. Ah, I was gonna get around him. No big deal. Dude, charge. No. This is what happens if... Hold on. Go away! Okay, so that spot right there is where they try to bring the star. I don't know if that's the only spot. It might be. It's where they try to bring the star if they grab it. And they start doing a little dance there. And it goes on for a while, but thankfully I was on the inside there. Thank you, Mappo. Thankfully I was on the inside of the ring already. Otherwise you have to... wear down all the guys up on the outside before you can get to the inside. I don't know how long it takes for them to actually... Oh. I don't know how long it actually takes for them to throw away the star. I've never seen them do it. I've never seen a game over in this game, actually. Yeah, do it, Mappo. Lock him. Nope. Ah, I had a feeling. It would be too easy if you could go through this way, because that would mean you could go straight from Lip right up to the island, Northern Island, which would just be too easy. These guys are really jumping the gun. Mappo, you're leaving me all alone here. I wonder if there's maximum distance you can pass the star. Could also... There's not really any reason for me not to do Captain Rainbow at some point here, too, if I have to. I'm just comfortable enough doing this as Nick, and at the same time, it's just... It feels safer just being Nick indefinitely and being okay at being Nick, instead of being Captain Rainbow, but only being able to be Captain Rainbow for a certain amount of time. It's not too hard to dodge these guys as Nick once. Nice! Once you get the hang of it. They just have to lead them on and dodge. Oop. And then if you get the minigame, it's not too hard either. No big deal. Yeah, as long as you recover immediately, because you see the stun coming, it's easy to go right after him afterwards. It's actually quite easy. And you don't flub the attempt to hit them again afterwards, like I did earlier today. Okay. But, so, yeah, although lots of the games I play on this channel are actually still played blind anyways, which means it's I'm kind of just hoping to find those odd little things to enjoy about a game instead of saying, hey, this is a game I think has an odd little thing about it to enjoy. Although this game was an exception to that. Some games are exceptions. But, likewise, I was thinking playing The Blob again, which I think is what I'm going to play after this game. But, it's not like I remember anything particular about that game as like standing out. It's just it's precisely that I want to go back and see what I think of it now. Which is why I did Drawn to Life likewise. And I'm enjoying Drawn to Life quite a lot. The first Drawn to Life was fine. I enjoyed it overall, but I'm enjoying the sequel a whole lot more now. This is having a lot of fun with it. Mappo. I'll take a look at this guy's source material at some point. I've always heard this studio made some very strange but memorable things. I promise I'll maintain order. Alright, and I'll see you all next time for the conclusion.
Seemed like